Hey guys, it's Project Dave playing some Morbid the 7 Acolytes. This is, I guess this 2D Souls-like as much as you could call it that. And I think there might be roguelike elements as well. Here's a bonfire, so this is the first bonfire in the game. This respawns all the enemies. Not sure what this does. I guess I should go meet somebody. And fast travel points, and then you can see like how many enemies there'll be. 7 big bosses, 5 mini bosses, and these are the only 2 enemies I've fought. But basically it plays like a Souls game, so that's the lower left and upper left UI. Very familiar. I've been playing a lot of Diablo 1 on my PlayStation Classic, and this sort of gives me that kind of vibe as well, the way the pots sound when you break them, for example. All reminds me of Diablo 1. So, somewhere between Diablo 1 and a Souls game. I'm not sure if it's randomly generated or not. I'm assuming there's some element of RNG going on. See the UI here looks a lot like Diablo as well. Inventory. And it's very bare bones as far as how much information is given to you. Like the main menu is basically these 3 options, and then each one of the options is like nothing. So there's no control scheme in the menu, for example, which is interesting. There's also no character creation. You just have this lady as your main dude, or main character, for the time being anyway. Possible there's unlockable characters or something like that. Who knows? So you have 2 attacks and then a strong attack, and you can run and roll, but there's no rolling attack yet or running attack yet. And you have a block as well. And you do have ammo. I'm not really sure what the ammo does yet, but eventually I'll figure it out. And stealth mode. Don't know what the purpose of this is either. Oh, there's a quest. So, this is another D1 thing. There's just random quests in the world to pick up like this, except no ancient cheesy voice acting to accommodate it. Okay, well that was that quest. I already talked to this guy though. Does completing the quest do anything? Okay. I still haven't found if there's a level up menu or anything like that, but this is the first impressions video, so I'm just giving my first impressions. Amazing. Oh, new enemy. So whenever you defeat a new enemy, it gives you a lore entry on it. Okay, I wasn't ready for that. Seems like going up is harder than going right, so probably should keep going right. I do have a bunch of healing items though. Okay, so those are life gems. In the beginning you start picking up a bunch of the things on my right D-pad. And the bottom D-pad down is almost certainly Estus. As you do. I really like Souls games that do something different, or they're not doing something different, I guess. They're just showing the same game from a different perspective, like Salt and Sanctuary. There aren't really that many games like this. There's a couple of games that tried to be like Salt and Sanctuary but didn't succeed very well. But I haven't seen one that's got this, what is the name? Titan Souls? Titan Souls UI style. Like the graphical style here is very similar to Titan Souls. Just a little up-resed, I guess. But obviously the control scheme and everything is much different than that game. Titan Souls, despite having the name Souls in it, is not a Souls game. It's more like a puzzle game. With a very difficult platinum. There's a sanity system, so my brain in the upper left can go away. I don't really know what that means, but it's a thing. And then the purple meter, I don't know what that does yet. Oh, Lazarus flower. What's it do? Gain health and sanity, cure all the conditions. So, what a divine blessing. That's probably what that is. I've always had too good to use syndrome. Okay, so this is probably the second area I can't get there yet. Hence the difficult enemies. I feel like this icon above his head wasn't here before, but I'm not sure. So I'm probably gonna... I've gotten this a week before it came out, so I might as well play through it, unless I wind up playing a bigger game shortly. Which may or may not happen, I'm not sure. But would be cool. Like for Amalur, I have some of the earliest, on like 40 of the trophies, or 15 of the trophies, 40% of the trophies, there you go, that's what I was thinking. I have the earliest getting of the trophy, which is the first time I've ever done that. Well, it helps if you have the game 3 weeks early, it turns out. Which is why that doesn't matter very much, but it's still cool, nonetheless. So maybe I'll get the earliest final boss kill or something, I don't know. I think there's been, like, playable versions of this at trade shows and stuff like that. I might as well use the Estus. So you see my brain after I use the Estus stop being all crazy. I don't know what happens if your sanity goes all the way up. Okay, you do get experience points. So I do have a skill point. I don't know how to use it at all. I'm assuming there'll be a prompt here that says what button is your skill tree. Or maybe if I go back to the bonfire I'll be able to use it. Don't know. Aha! I finally sussed out how to fight these things. Sometimes these guys don't do anything if you just mash square on them, but sometimes they attack. So maybe if you just do an attack and roll back and attack again, easy peasy. Delightful pot noises. Oh, here we are. So this is disgusting gruel. And I guess that's a life gem, more or less. I still don't know what to do with ammo at all. Oh wow. Well, here you go if you want way too much lore. That's how it's done. And I don't know how to unequip stuff that's on my quick bar. Seems like that's the way to do it. Slightly regenerate? Oh, so this is a life gem. There you go. Doesn't seem like you're gonna have much inventory space issues to start with here. But I guess we'll find out if we pick up like a bar dish. Or some other big two-hander. You do have a bare hand attack string as well. So it's punch, punch, uppercut. And then like a big lunging punch for the strong attack. So you can fight barehanded if you want to. Oh, there's a gun slot. That's probably where you use that. And this weapon swap thing is very Diablo-ish as well. So Diablo Souls, Titan Souls art style. And so I don't know if I assume the first / tutorial boss will be relatively soon, so let's go die to him or whatever. Or maybe I'll win. And then that'll be good enough for this video. Sometimes the barrels have little enemies inside them, so aside from the wonderful noise, that's a reason to fight them. So it seems like attack, roll backwards is probably going to be almost every regular enemy in the game. I guess we could see what happens if we do block. So I blocked that and it did no damage to me. And it also refilled my stamina, maybe? Maybe there's a just frame block mechanic there. Who knows? I don't think there's a parry, but I could be wrong. Or backstab. No, the enemies are humanoids, so what would the point of a backstab be? Nobody knows. Fire shroom. Pine resin. Regular pine resin, right? That's what fire enchant is. I guess we might as well equip this. And it looks like there's gonna be a boss that direction, so let's go back and regenerate Orestes. All these enemies will respawn, but we can just run past them. Seems like it'd be quite easy to avoid enemies in this game. Look at the loading screen tip. Amazing. That must have been a boss weapon or something. I actually thought this might not be quite as soulsy as it is, but turns out my first impression was correct. From the long, long ago. So probably the first boss is gonna resolve this lady's quest. I have to kill this, apparently. Okay, and that opens this shut. And there's an old dude stuck too. Oh, more gruel? It kinda seems like there's more shit back here, but I guess not. Oh, there you go. So there could be hidden stuff behind rocks. There's nothing back here, but... much like Salt and Sanctuary, you could hide a million things in a billion different places in this style of UI. So probably not gonna platinum this game before it comes out. Oh, get bent. Can I attack him? Oh. One of the lacking things. I guess in Salt and Sanctuary you can attack the NPCs, but most games that aren't actually Dark Souls you can't. Okay, second zone. Well, it seems like the first boss might be outside the scope of this video, alas. Yeah, I already figured this out. I don't know what it does. Oh, maybe there's a backstab on unaware enemies. Circle to special attack. Okay, it's not a backstab, it's just a convenient way to set up the slower attack. Can't walk up the staircase. It's perturbing me greatly. Alright, well, let's see if I run past everything. If I can make it to a boss. And also what happens if I run past everything. I guess we should look at the tutorial shit though. Yeah, the unbeatable dodge after attack. Can't be bested. Oh, there are barriers there, yeah. I guess we should try that. Okay, I don't know how long the window is. I think one of those was a perfect parry. But I guess you have to press square like immediately when it happens. Break chests, okay. You don't just open chests. attack speed for sanity. Alright, eat some life gems and sprint. Not sure what happens when you die, but I guess we'll find out. Should probably kill this thing. Skull Hive. You can barely see the enemies behind this thing. And we return to the sprinting. Oh, could be a boss fight. Nope, no boss fight. I mean, it's a dude. I guess it's not a boss. Just an elite. An elite with humming crystal soul mass, whatever it's called. Which is renewed in its overpoweredness in the new Demon Souls. Okay, he doesn't have that much health, considering. And it seems pretty easy to just avoid his attack strings. Okay, I don't think that counts as a boss. Lesser Rune of Depression. Don't know what a rune is. Okay, I guess your slow attack can get interrupted. And I can't look at lore because we're not at a bonfire. Another D1 thing is the random tomes in that game have the Colonel from Metal Gear Solid 1 as a voice, which is pretty amazing. Should have hired the Colonel for this. I'm pretty sure he's still kicking. Colonel. Okay, we might finally get to a boss at some point. Aha! There you go. It's a boss. Can I... Oh, okay, that's what happens. There. Actually, not that big of an issue that I aggroed everything. Okay, so it's not like there's a cutscene or anything, it just happens to be a boss when you get to a certain point. Let's see how much a regular attack does before we put this resin on. It seems like he is also weak to the same strat, so I might be able to beat him without getting hit. Unless he has a phase transition. Yep. Okay, we probably shouldn't use the resin though. Easy game. One hit roll. One hit roll. Very exciting. Sorry, my commentary hasn't been particularly riveting, but it is just an exploratory video, as it were. He did actually do an attack, so that was the first attack he did. Incredible. The uneven, like if this was a complete circle, like a very small circle arena, then my strategy wouldn't be as viable. It would still be viable. But since it's huge like this, I can just use the whole map to run away from him. And he has no chance. He did hit pretty hard the one time he hit me. Or I think he hit me, it might have been some random small enemies that poked me. I assume the thing up there will be the end of the quest. Got him. And I got another soul. Okay, this was the boss, or this was the guy. It just turned into a fish monster. So this is the... I'm not sure what the name of the area is, but like the Hunter's Nightmare. It's the final area of the Bloodborne DLC. Same idea. Very similar aesthetic as well. Oh, new weapon. Bigger sword. Oh, they have like stat comparisons. So that's a D3 thing as it happens. D3, D1. Soul's Hybrid. And doesn't work in the gun slot. Incredible. So much slower. It looks pretty similar though. Much longer reach. And similar attacks. It's just like a huge sword that does the same things. I'm sure there'll be other weapon types at some point. And of course we got the barehanded. Maybe there's a trophy for beating the whole game without equipping a weapon. Okay, nice. One shot. Very good. Not very good for these enemies though. Just normally trivial enemies. Too hard. Okay, you just gotta space it out a little bit better. This dude has like no chance, right? Yep. Get backed. So even though there's no damage numbers, it does say how much damage you're doing in the menu. So killing these triggers checkpoints for some reason. It's confusing. I guess I have to hit a certain number of them to unlock something later. Oh. Mini boss. Looks like he has a gun. A Cthulhu monster with a gun. He was no match. It seems like attacking from up, much like a beat 'em up or what have you, is much better than attacking from the side, because almost all the attacks are attacking from the side. Another fire mushroom. Highly unnecessary. Permanently gives a melee weapon or firearm plus 50% cold, 10% bleed. Can I use these? Yes, okay. You don't have to go to a thing or anything. I can't tell if there's like how many slots there are. But I guess we should use this just for the sake of experimentality. But a cold enchant you would want on a fast weapon, right? Not on a slow weapon. So I shall resist. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Just kept rambling on in here incessantly. Fantastic. And there'll be a decent amount more videos for this game in the future. Thanks for watching.